gosh, this is getting married's a big deal for those getting married and their loved ones. I just feel intuitively and even not so intuitively, just from talking, for Nancy, it's a big deal. I want to share with you just a few things. We have a large family, and it meant the world to Nancy to incorporate everybody. So you see these chairs up here? That's how many people are going to be walking in here. Okay. Now, the other night, Thursday night, we met here for a rehearsal, and with all the kids. I was very pleased with how reasonably smoothly it went. Whatever's going to show up today shows up, right? Whatever unfolds is meant to happen. But I can tell you this, you are here on purpose. You're here by divine appointment. In the billions of years since the universe is, as we understand it, 13.5 billion years, scientists think. However many billions of years the planet, never before in all of history have us, we beautiful souls, gathered. Now just reflect on that for a minute. The mystics and the teachers teach us the power of now, and that's why. But the thing is, there's power in remembering it together. We're normally running around. We're not thinking of that kind of stuff. We're trying to make our lunch date or performance. Let's get the performance going. I know I've got the dancers up here. My name is Matthew. I just want to get this out of the way. I am your humble servant. It's certainly not about me. I am so grateful that Nancy found me and reached out. She almost didn't. But then when she and I were talking about it, she said there was just something. And when I sat down with Garth and Nancy that first time, I wish you could be privy to that conversation. It was really not your typical conversation. It wasn't coffee chat. It was really, they have a very energetic spiritual consciousness, if you didn't know that. They do. They truly know that they were brought into each other's presence, into each other's orbits. And that's what I want us to lean into today. You're not here on accident. Nancy and Garth did not want you to come here to watch something happen. We're not at the Fifth Avenue Theater. We're not. I'm your humble servant. It's my joy to facilitate, but guess what? You're the co-creator. You're the participant. What does that mean? Well, there's nothing you have to do, although I do have a few things for you to do. I'll let you in on those as we get to them. You'll get the last word. Do you take? I do. We're going to go through a few things. But then at the end, I'm going to give it to you, the friends and family. Do you, the friends and family, promise to do everything in your power to support them as a married couple for as long as you all shall live. And you will say, we do. I've got the whole family here. I expect you to be frontline cheerleaders, ladies, on that. See how that's affirmative instead of speak now or forevermore? Why would you be at a wedding? I had never understood that one. Isn't that odd? How many people are married here? Wow. A lot of you. I want to invite those of you who are married to allow the spirit and energy and love of Nancy and Garth to renew you and rejuvenate you on your journey of matrimony. The ups and downs, the challenges, the good and the bad, right? We're going to call up all of that good today. That's what a blessing is. The recognition of the good, that's it, really. It's that simple. It's a recognition of the good. So, please don't use cameras, blah, blah. How many times have we heard this? I want to give you what you want. Come on, you want that money shot for social media, don't you? So here's what's going to happen. We're going to get the whole family up here, And we're just gonna get them up here. And Nancy was thinking about so many different ways to do it. And I finally suggested, let's get them all up there and get your cameras ready, because we're gonna take a few minutes, take pictures to your heart's delight, right? Then we can agree to be present for Nancy and Garth. We'll put those bloody things away and take a break for 20 minutes or so. Does that sound good? So we will give you a photo opportunity. You're going to have the last word. Remember, we do. And then in the middle, there's going to be something I'm going to invite you to do too. So you're here to co-create this. Oliver, what do you think about all that? You got to hear this young man. Can you say that again, Oliver?
I am very glad to be here and to participate in all this amazing energy, yeah.
And what was it that you said at the rehearsal the other night? Do you remember that comment when we were going around the circle? What did you say?
I said I'm very glad to be here and witness the gathering of two families and the connection between two amazing people.
If you want to have a very interesting conversation, get to know Oliver. Okay, that's Matthew's son. We have Matthew James, and we have Amrik here. Oh, Jeremy, yeah, okay. Okay, fantastic, wonderful. All right, got some live performances. Matthew James, my good man, if you please.
stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
In a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon
Ellie and
drops
Remington.
away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
Remington.
If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
Woo! Give it up for Remington and Ellie and everybody else. Oh, what a good job. What a good job. Thank you, Carla and Matthew. Why don't we all stand, please, for the entrance of our beautiful beloved bride. I hear Michael's shutter clicking now. He's our pro. Amrik is our pro other media person. But remember what I said about a photo opportunity? How is this for a photo opportunity, everybody? Get out those cameras and get this gorgeous, gorgeous group of beautiful souls. All those beautiful young goddesses. What a wonderful job you all did. Well, you all just sat down on your own. See how energy has this sort of natural progression and flow? How do you feel about those photographs that you got? Do you feel pretty good? I mean, look at this group. Are you sure you got enough? You sure you got enough? Because this is the opportunity of the century. How soon, Nancy, will all these beautiful souls come together again? I mean, it may be a long time, right? So this is a very special time indeed. I'd like to invite the family to go ahead and take your seats in these front 2 rows. And here is our official wedding party. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing crew indeed. Had such a wonderful time with everybody the other night. And I want to share with everybody, and this is most authentic, most true. There's a collective consciousness that connected in a meaningful, beautiful, illuminated, powerful way. It was palpable. Wouldn't you say, Nancy? And I'm going to share with everybody here what I shared with this group who assembled Thursday night. By the power of collective intention, we bless this occasion, and we know that we're all here by divine appointment. And so you are all stepping into a ball of light and love and truth and power and harmony and serenity. And this light will burn unconsumed forever. It was ignited the other night, Thursday, by these beautiful people, everybody that was up here, and you are stepping into that and expanding it. Remember, we have never gathered before in the history of the cosmos. That is just, to really remember that is truly awe-inspiring. Now, the truth and the light and the love that is Nancy, I see her looking, I can feel her gaze, I can feel her energy. It's very powerful. And you're going to get me, Nancy. You see, Nancy is love. We all really are, ultimately. Love is that holy womb from which she was birthed. It is the truth of who she is right here and right now, and it is that place to which she shall return. That's the truth, and we're going to explore that just a little bit, because if there was ever an occasion to remember who we are, this is it. You see, what we know is important, but who we are is so much more important. And this is an opportunity for the truth and light and beauty and power and being of Nancy to ignite and remind us of who we are, of who you married folks are in connection with one another. And Garth, absolutely the same thing. Some of what Garth expressed to me personally was unexpected in a beautiful, wonderful way. That's what this is, a beautiful, wonderful, powerful opportunity to remember who we are. So Garth too is love. It's where he came from. It's who he is, standing in his power as a man and a beautiful soul right here and right now, and it is that place to which he shall return. But in the meantime, these two beautiful souls, they are going to dance and sing their way through a shared life. A life of parenthood, a life of family, a life of commitment, a life of love. Let's explore love just a little bit. Maya Angelou wrote that love, it's that cosmic sweep that's irresistible. It penetrates walls, it leaps fences, it hurtles around things, always to arrive at its destination full of hope. The wonderful mystic and writer Khalil Gibran wrote that the appearance of things, such as beauty and magic and wonder and awe, are not in those things. They are in the beholder. They are in the consciousness of that which recognizes them. And I am here to tell you that Nancy and Garth get that. That is why I'm so honored and humbled to be standing here with you, because they get that. They get that they are in the world. They're not of it. Do you see? Were we all to remember that, we can create peace, but we have to transcend this earthly consciousness. And this is an opportunity to do that. So there's an ancient teaching, and then we'll get right on to a beautiful performance by Carla, as you've already heard the sweet tones of her voice. Almost, Carla. Let's just explore this a little bit. There's an ancient teaching that says that we all experience and express an exquisite, playful mystery in and of this thing called life. And somehow, within this mystery, let us just acknowledge for a moment, because we can't change what we don't acknowledge. And this is an opportunity to transcend and transform. Because who Nancy and who Garth are going to influence and touch is far beyond what you will ever know yourself. It's just by your very presence, Nancy. It's just by who you are. You've brought so much joy to so many people. Everybody here knows that. Garth has too. And that's why I know you're both so just beyond yourself to have found each other and to make this transition. So let us recognize that living this mystery, or perhaps this mystery living us, maybe we don't breathe, maybe we're breathed. I don't know. Let's just lean into the mystery. Pain exists. Okay, let's acknowledge that. Difficulty exists. We know that. We know that. It's the first ultimate truth of Buddhism, that suffering exists. Not that life is suffering. People get that wrong all the time. It doesn't say that. It's that suffering exists. Now let's go from there. Beyond pain, friends, there can be healing. That beyond brokenness, there can be wholeness. That beyond anger, there may be deep peace. That beyond any hurting, there may be forgiveness. That beyond the static and noise and predictions and distractions of a busy, chaotic, rapidly changing, frightening world, there may always be the stillness and the silence that is always available. It's actually always available. So let us remember that with Nancy and Garth as the catalyst for this remembrance. Beyond stillness, there may be, now be with me on this really, everybody, beyond stillness, there may be compassionate understanding and even reverence and astonishment, but is beyond that, beyond compassionate understanding, then there is love. Do you see? From pain, from suffering, to love. And we're all agents of this. And right now, right here and right now, in this place and this time, Nancy and Garth are the most powerful agents of this transformation that is so magnificent, exquisite, and beautiful. Carla.
Told you it was all meant to be. Would you believe me? Would you agree? It's almost that feeling like we've met before. So tell me now you don't think I'm crazy when I tell you now the love is for now. A moment like this, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for that one special kiss. I can't believe it's happening to me. people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Everything changes, but beauty remains. Some special moment I can't explain. Well, maybe I'm dreaming, but I lie awake. Can we make this dream last forever? And I'll cherish all the love we share for a moment like this. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for that one special kiss. I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Love you, Nancy and Garth.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's Matthew James, guitar and vocals, and Nancy's sister, Carla. Thank you for blessing us with your talent. That's absolutely beautiful. Yes, please, again, by all means. I hope you enjoy these promises and then vows, and you'll see what that means here momentarily. I want to ask you, Garth and Nancy, are you entering into this marriage freely and voluntarily and without any conditions whatsoever? Yeah. Wonderful. I want to invite you to repeat after me this first section in unison, okay, to each other. In the loving presence of our family and friends, by the power and beauty of nature, the infinite love of all that is, in the breath and ebbs and flows of life, and the beautiful light of those souls who've gone before us. All of which we might call God. I take you now to be my spouse. Garth, this next section is for you, sir, and you alone. Nancy, as we have walked hand in hand together, deepening our shared experiences, I've come to a better understanding of what it means to learn and grow with and by another. I pledge a lifetime commitment to be so fully and mindfully on our continuing shared journey. We forever foster our highest and truest selves in, as, and through one another. I promise to value and trust your opinions, doing so with empathy and deep understanding, because I've felt and know who you truly are. You're my best friend, life partner, and now spouse. And I promise to be the very best of these I can to you. Nancy, your section. Garth, you've shown me there is nothing we can't face together, opening me evermore to the guidance and wisdom within. My most alive moments have been those we've shared, and through them I've realized what the best of life can be. I promise to forever experience exceptional moments and greatest possible life with you. When my responsibilities seem overwhelming, I think of you and I relax, helping me grow in intimacy and understanding, nurturing your growth as I allow my own growth through you. I promise to always be with you and eternally for you. Wherever our journey leads us, I will walk it hand in hand with you, living, learning, and loving together. And as we all in this beautiful collective prayer and light weave you together as a married couple in unison once more, I promise to continue to see you where others cannot. And promise to be your partner in parenthood, sharing in our lifetime commitment to the blessings, challenges, and joys of family. I trust that which brought us together and am willing to allow that to continue to bond and nurture us. I pledge my love, devotion, and honor. These are my sacred vows to you, my equal in all ways. It has been said, and I do believe quite accurately and truthfully, that there is nothing as powerful as a mother's love, and there is nothing as healing as a child's soul. And so I want to invite you, Nancy, to hand your bouquet. Yes. To free your hands, and I want to invite Shelley and Liz to come forward, please. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring you in. Yeah. And Liz, can you manage right about here? I want you to be able to kind of reach. Okay. Tell you what we're doing. To bring this beautiful power of mother's love, this maternal energy, that goddess energy. And if you know Liz, and you know Shelley, and many of you do, you know what remarkable people they are. I could have sat and talked just for days and days with both of them. We want to invite this maternal energy through the way of a hand fasting. Very simple. It's very simple. Similar to the lighting of a unity candle or other sorts of things. We want the blessing and energy of Liz and Shelley. It's very simple. Nancy and Garth, why don't you go ahead and just gently hold hands as you face one another, both hands. Just like, yes, perfect. Now, okay. Shelley, why don't you go right to the right? There we are, so we get this cross. So the moms are going to fasten their hands by handing this ribbon to one another. Okay, now I invite you to place both of your hands gently on theirs and both, so we have 4 hands of 2 amazing moms. And everybody just take a moment of silence and bless this couple on their way in holy matrimony. And it's done. That's beautiful. Liz and Shelley, if you want to just remove that ribbon. Perfect, yeah. Thank you. Beautifully done. That's such a nice touch. I love getting all the parents and friends and family involved. Perfect. Come back in. Joe, at this point, we have another ritual that most of us are pretty familiar with. May we please have the ring, sir? And it gets passed to Seth. Are they handling it okay? I can't quite see what's happening. Okay. Wasn't sure if they were going to make it. No, of course. And then, that's right. That gets confusing, isn't it? It's like the man's ring. Okay, now this is a special thing. The family, well, everything is so special, but I want you to be with, there's a lot of things that can be said about the rings and what they represent. When you got married, probably all kinds of things were said, the infinitude, the beginning. Look, it's not for, I don't believe, me or an organization or a religion or anybody else to tell these souls what these rings represent. But you are here by divine appointment. So I want to invite you to consider for a moment, what is the deepest, most profound meaning? I'm serious. What does a ring, many of you are married, what do these rings represent? I mean, think about it for a moment. Just kind of sit with that. It could be a fragrance. It could be a feeling. It could be a sensation. It can be a color. Or words. So, they're holding these rings out here. I want you to visualize whatever that is for you, visualize that going into these rings. Because as Garth and Nancy walk the rest of their lives hand in hand, joined in matrimony with these rings representing that, they will know that a piece of your heart, mind, and soul of everybody in this room resides and abides in these rings. Do you see? Some of you really did it. And that's perfect. Nancy, Garth, I want to invite you to do the same thing. Just take a moment. Go ahead, put your other hand on. Yeah, take a moment for yourself, and we'll hold you. And Garth, I invite you to take the gift of your ring, placing it on Nancy's finger. Please take this ring and be my wife forever. Beautiful. And Nancy, the gift of that beautiful band, putting it on Garth's finger. Please take this ring and be my husband forever. Okay. We're going to move on and knock it out of the park.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and hold. All right, everybody. Your part that I told you about, we're gonna knock it out of the ballpark here. We're gonna start bringing the energy back up. Garth, shall you gladly, wholly receive and take Nancy and none other into the sweet space of your heart, speaking from your core and essence in loving witness of family and friends? I shall. And Nancy, shall you gladly, wholly receive and take Garth and none other into the sweet space of your heart, speaking from your core and essence in loving witness of family and friends? I know that's right. Garth, will you promise to honor and respect Nancy, and will you always support and encourage her hopes and aspirations in the name of love from this day forward? And Nancy, will you promise to always honor and respect Garth? And will you always support and encourage his hopes and aspirations in the name of love from this day forward? I will. And here we go. Garth, do you take Nancy as your wife through difficulties and challenges and in ease and joy during times of adversity and in blissful happiness, to love and cherish her for all the remaining days of your life? Nancy, do you take Garth as your husband through difficulties and challenges and in ease and joy during times of adversity and in blissful happiness, to love and cherish him for all the remaining days of your life? All right, everybody, this is the part. Why don't we all stand up for this final blessing? You know that what's coming up. All right, do you, the friends and family of these beloved, beautiful souls, Nancy and Garth, promise to do everything in your power to expand them as a married couple? Do you promise to do everything within your ability to uplift them as a married couple? Do you, the friends and family of Nancy and Garth, promise to do everything in your power to support them as a married couple for as long as you all shall live? By the power of that we do, the collective consciousness, your heart, mind, and soul, and oh yeah, the laws of the state of Washington. But that's low. That's low on the totem pole. It's my honor to pronounce you husband and wife.
Once in my life, I have found someone who needs me, someone I've needed for so long. Once
We're not done with the fun yet. Stand by, everybody.
Where life leads me, somehow I know that I'll be strong. But once I can touch what my heart used to dream of, long before I knew someone warm like you.
All right.
Make my dreams come true. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before.
All right, everybody. More surprises ensue. All right, we've got Jeremy here directing things. Give it just another second. We're getting everybody together. Liz, do you want to make that little part there we talked about? Whatever's. All right, we got a column back here. Okay. Arms up, everybody. Don't forget, arms up. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the now married Nancy and Gord! You guys, this is the sacred column, right? So I hope you're able to see that Nancy and Gord took another second kiss there. So why don't you, this is perfect. We want to clear this room so that Shooby-Doo Catering can turn it over. Cocktails are out there. So why don't we, ladies, why don't you go exit through the sacred column, if you will? And you will all feel very beloved. Please. Oh, yeah, we're going to send everybody through ya. There you go. Oliver, why don't you go, sir? All right, out to the reception cocktail area. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well done, everybody. You did a great job. Way to co-create a wedding, please. Nice. Woo! Doesn't that feel special? You didn't know you were going to get the royal treatment, did you? Fantastic. Oh, boy. We've got the world's most well-behaved kids here. Don't you think? It's really quite remarkable. They're wonderful. Woo! Way to go, everybody.
These skies, brand new, like waves, deep blue. A world to find, get lost this time and climb so high. Watch stars go by, dream out so loud and live for now. Just say you won't let go. This perfect day, perfect day. Oh, this perfect day.
right, everybody. Can I have everybody's attention over to this corner over here? Can everybody see me? Everybody, all right, can everybody hear me over here? Excellent. Wasn't that a beautiful ceremony? Yes, especially led by our amazing officiant right here. Yes, round of applause. That was amazing. So what we're going to be doing is we're doing the grand entrance of the wedding party, some of the kids, and of course the bride and groom. So it's what we're going to do is collectively see how loud we can be as I enter them in. How's that sound, everybody? There he is. All right, let's give a huge round of applause to our very first part, Joe and Carrie. Yep, and you go out to the dance floor. Joe and Carrie, let's give it up, everybody! All right, next up, we have Seth and Lori. Let's give it up for Seth and Lori, everybody. Let's go. Okay. Woo! All right, next up we got Paul and Kai. Let's give it up for Paul and Kai, everybody. All right, next up we have Ray and Lisa. Let's give it up, everybody. Big boys, let's go. All right. Next up we got Scott, Megan, and Ellie. Let's give it up, everybody! Make some noise! Bounce in the house! All right. Next up, we got Mike and Carla. Let's give it up for round two. All right. Next up, we got Gloria, Bob, and Admiral. Let's give it up, everybody. Jasmine. Yes, make some noise. Next up, let's give a big round of applause to our flower girls, Arian and Jade. Let's go. Make some noise. Yes. All right, next up we have Carly and Tony. Let's make some noise, everybody. There it is. And without further ado, let's give a big round of applause to our newlyweds, Garth and Nancy Overman. Let's go. And we can't forget Zara. Zara's in the house. Yes. Now that's an entrance. Yes. All right. So before we have dinner, the groom is going to lead us out in a few words, and then we're going to do a prayer on the food. Go ahead, take us away.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming, obviously. Our hearts are filled with gratitude. The turnout was amazing, and we're having such a good time, and it's just getting started. So thank you all for your travels and your time. And we can't wait to continue the party with the rest of you.
Yes, so this is a really big moment for me. That's why I had to have that song sung by Carla, a moment like this, because I knew it's actually this one right now that I've been waiting for. Just being able to tell each and every one of you how much you've meant in my life, and just to live with all of you guys and create these special moments that we've all shared. Everyone in this room is just so special to me, and to Garth and Zara. We'll get to know all of you. And Kristen, I love you. I see you over there all emotional. I'm like, I'm really feeling it. And of course, it was a lot to be like, okay, I deserve this. I am special enough.
Yes.
But as our officiant Matthew said, we are all so special. Each and every one of us has this love in us, and everyone in this room, again, thank you for making this huge effort and all you went through to get dressed up with us. Everyone looks so gorgeous. And I'm just so excited to have a new sister, Carly, and you guys have been my family. We have been kind of living as, family already, as you know, but this ceremony really is going to seal the deal for Garth and I to, stay together forever.
Woo!
And one last thank you. Of course, thank you to my parents for having me. And a biggest thank you to Garth. He's been my rock, and I'm just such a better person because of him, and I thank you so much.
Yes. All right. Yep. We're going to invite Tony up to do a toast on the food before we eat.
What's that?
You're ready.
Wow, this is amazing. It's amazing to be here. It's amazing to celebrate this special occasion with everybody here. I'm overwhelmed. Today meant so much to me, and I feel so blessed and so thankful to be a part of this, and that you included our family in all of this. This is amazing. So I just want to bless this food really quick with all of you. So thank you, Father, for the opportunity to be together, to celebrate, to witness the love and commitment and the new season that Garth and Nancy are moving into. And I just pray that you bless them, you honor them, you give them opportunities that others only dream of. And I just pray that we can all encourage them with our words and our love as they move forward in their new chapter. So, Father, I thank you for this. I pray you bless this food. In Jesus' name, amen.
And awesome. Big round of applause. Yes, yes. All right. So the way that we're going to do dinner is I'm going to be releasing tables, so everybody just sit tight. We'll get to you very shortly. Right now, the bride and groom can take us out and grab their food. And again, I'll get to everybody very shortly. Let's give a round of applause to the wedding party and the bride and groom.
When I convince myself that I'll marry this girl. And we've been through so much in 1 year. And it feels so good to want somebody that wants you too. I finally know what it feels like to be happy, to be happy. And this is what I know it feels right. I need you in my arms tonight.
Is this thing on? Hello, everyone. I'm nervous. Please, the notes are there.
Oh, not really my thing. But I do want to say, like, there's a lot of attractive people here tonight. Give yourself a hand for being so good looking. Like, wow, amazing. I also want to thank Tony for giving an amazing blessing earlier. Thank you, Tony, for that. That was fantastic. Whoa, I'm not a talker, all right? I have some notes here. I made on my phone. I started crying when I made them earlier, so we'll see if we get through this. It's okay. It's all right. First of all, I'm just so honored to be here with you and to be the best man for Garth and Nancy at your wedding. It is truly a special thing for me. Thank you so much to both of you, and it's just so amazing to be here with you two. I want to try and echo and continue Matthew's sentiment of love and just tell you that there's just so much love here in this room right now, and it's truly very special. And I just hope I can continue that feeling for you both tonight, because it really was a special thing. So for those who don't know me, my name is Joey Aquino, Joe Aquino, depending on when you know me from. Garth and I went to college together. That's when we met. Yeah, circa 1997, so almost 25 years. Wow, crazy, right? 25 years, yeah. That's what I have in my notes, yeah. He was the best man at my wedding, for those of you who don't know. He started his speech with something to the effect of like, I was his first or something like that. Yeah, that's what he told my wife at the time, yeah. So he's a really special person. I know you all know that, but he's a very true and loyal friend. And it just, yeah, thank you. Yeah, for sure. That deserves applause. But yeah, over the years we've known each other. We've been a part of a lot of special moments, a lot of special experiences. But being here with you two at this moment is one of the best experiences of my life. And I just want you both to know that. Like, thank you for letting me be here and be a part of it. I want you to know that, okay? I wanted to come up with some stories or like try and roast him or do something like that. But I think selfishly, I have to turn back to just like what Garth taught me in terms of being a friend, and just that he taught me how important it was to make your friends feel good, and to make your friends feel confident, and to make your friends feel special. And honestly, But before I knew Garth, I didn't know that. Wasn't confident being myself, and I didn't embrace it. And he taught me a lot about that, and just like he taught me that I wanted to make my friends feel like he made me feel, and to just make me feel just okay with being who I was. And and I want to, like, I wish I had a really good story about our past, and that I could bottle up, but I don't know if we have the proper legal advice to move forward on that kind of stuff. So I think it's best to just keep some things kind of unsaid, Here, bear with me for just a second. But I just want you to know that, you taught me what it was to be a good friend. You made me feel so special all the time I was with you. And all I wanted to do with you was to make you feel special and safe and confident and proud. And Nancy, you have a really good guy here. I know you know that. And just he is so special. You are so special to me, and I love you both so much. And I'm just so excited for the both of you so much.
All right. That's amazing. All right, next up we got Carrie. Let's give it up for Carrie as she makes her way up.
Hi. My name is Carrie, and Joe, that was an amazing speech. It shows me a lot more insight into how amazing of a man Garth is, and that makes me even more happy for my bestie, Nancy. So my name is Carrie, and first and foremost, I want to express how grateful I am to be here today to celebrate this special day with this beautiful woman. For those of you that know Nancy, you know that she is an amazing person. Not only is she super hot, but she is also, woo! But she is also an incredibly beautiful person inside and out. Nancy is a beautiful flower child, and there just isn't a bad bone in her body. I cannot say that about most people, but I can say that about Nancy. Hi, Zarzar. She is kind, caring, intelligent, creative, driven, ambitious, meticulous, and strong as hell. I am so grateful to have a best friend like Nancy. Nancy and I met over 16 years ago when we worked together for a dance company. I knew that I liked her right away. Shortly after we met, she floated away from California, for a bit, but eventually she came back. And I remember vividly this wildflower child showing up at my house and practically falling out of her car as I went outside to greet her. I think we had a show that night, and from that day forward, we were practically inseparable. We performed so much together that we became partners and started a dance company together. We had a lot of amazing times. We also had a lot of arguments about costumes, but many, many, many fun times. And there was a difficult time in my life many years ago, and Nancy truly showed up for me. I didn't even have to ask. She knew that I was feeling depressed and needed support even before I did. She showed up at my house, and she helped me clean and organize my life. Not many people in life are capable or willing to show up, are willing to show up for others like that. I am forever grateful. She made a brave choice to follow her dreams and return to Seattle. And I am so happy that Nancy met Garth, and together they have created such a beautiful family and a beautiful life together. Zara is the most beautiful baby I've ever seen. I mean, she came out of the womb looking like a baby supermodel. It's really true. I am truly thankful to have you in my life, Nancy. And I'll leave everyone with this quote from Audrey Hepburn about love. The best thing in life to hold on to is each other. I'm so happy for you and Garth, and I wish you both the best. Thank you.
Yes, yes. How amazing. All right. Next up, we have Seth. Let's give a round of applause for Seth as he makes his way up.
All right. So I didn't write any notes, and my cell phone is now over there, so it's too late for that part. But I tend to do well when I speak from my heart, and there will be a couple of things that I speak to on this talk that Garth has probably never heard, or if not hasn't heard it, he probably in some way understood it, because I did not go out of my way to explain it to him. So Garth is really special to me, and it's kind of like a compound relationship in the fact that, like, when I was a kid, God rest his soul, my grandfather, one of my first best friends, told me, you don't need a lot of friends in life. You just need a handful, just a handful, and if it's not even a handful, just one will do. But you'll know when you'll know. Don't prioritize and spend a lot of your time on over-investing and trying to have 1,000 friends. And as a kid, you're on the playground every day, so that didn't really stick at the time because we're trying to make friends with everyone. And as I got older and whatnot, it started to make more and more sense. But Garth, based on what my grandfather told me around 7 or 8 years old, it really started to personify what he was telling me, because when Garth and I met, I had moved to Seattle. I have no connection to Seattle, no friends in Seattle. I basically arrived here with nothing other than a dream and a goal and a handful of motivation to try and start a life. And so obviously, for those of you who I've spoken to, Garth and I met playing rugby together, and that was natural because I played sports growing up, and so that's usually where I make friends, in the locker rooms or on the field and whatnot, and so we made friends there, and we continue to make friends, but that was normal and natural to me. But what I wanted to really talk about to both Garth and Nancy is one of the greatest things you're getting from this guy. And when I heard I was giving a toast, it was like, so, do I just say good luck, welcome, yeah, or do I talk about, like, let's toast to the fact that, like, you really nailed it? And so I'm going to talk to the fact that you really nailed it, right? Whether or not I didn't read the instructions properly, I'm gonna speak more to that. So 5 or 6 or 7 years into Garth and I's friendship, I decided to make a really big change in my life. I'd went through a horrible knee injury. I was learning how to walk again. Doctor said that I had a 50% chance of walking without a cane. I tore my patella tendon, my ACL, my MCL, all at the same time. It was horrific. At that time, I also was really challenging my dreams of actually wanting to be my own business owner, and I always knew that about myself. Since I was a kid, I always felt like I'm an entrepreneur more than I am, working for someone. But I never really had the courage to do that. But because of that knee trauma and me going through that, it kind of gave me some time away from work to, like, reflect and be like, maybe this is the time where I scrape up all my money together and actually go after what I really wanted to do in life. And I sold everything. Everything in my apartment, I sold my cars, everything. I got rid of everything other than my motorcycle, which is another area we bonded in. We bonded in a lot of things: fishing, motorcycling, sports, of course, cooking. We love to cook together, all that. But so all that aside, did all that, And Garth, we became roommates. I moved in with him after I sold everything from my previous life. And what I never wanted to tell Garth in those first couple of years is how terrified I was of the decision that I made, because I was absolutely frightened of even myself, because I had literally sold everything. I cashed out my 401k, any what of retirement plan that I had going. I let it all go for this thing. And I didn't really have many people who would understand what I was doing. And Garth, without me having to tell him that, and I never literally ever sat him down and ever told him how terrified I was, and in the late nights of me working till 2 a.m. or me getting up at 5 a.m. and working long and whatnot, I really tried to keep away like how terrified I was of what I was attempting to do. But what I've always admired and what I've learned from Garth and what I love about Garth and what I'm trying to toast to on this long-winded journey that I just took you guys on is the fact that, like, I had some really long moments where I was really questioning myself, but it was just days where he would come home from work and he's like, hey, let's go grab a couple games of pool and just like play a couple games and talk it out, or hey, let's pack up our backpacks and get on our motorcycles and drive to Wenatchee and just go on a motorcycle trip and just hang out. It was that quiet, supportive, strong, loving nature that got me through those 3 years. And I'm glad to say now that, 7 years later, my business is doing well, just bought a home. Never thought that would happen in my life. That's fucking crazy. But it's because of that ability that Garth has that I don't think he knows he has. And so I never really told you about those times, man. Like, there were some tough times, man, where like I was down to scruples in my bank account. I was too embarrassed to mention it. And you just made me feel okay, without having to go there and not talk about it. You really helped me get, to where I am today. And so now what I'm saying, Nancy, is you got strong, solid strength in this guy. Even if he doesn't know that he's on the mission to support you, he just has a natural way of supporting anyone within his circle. Even if he's not being assigned to that mission of being, you got to support me now, because, it kind of goes up, sometimes we need more support than not support. But I will say that I wanted to say, to circle it back to when my grandfather told me when I was 7 years old, you don't need much, you need the right fit, and you need the right things in your life, and you'll know them when you see them. And I just want to say, I want to have a toast to the fact that you both see that you guys do have the right fit. Because you don't need much. You just need the right fit. And so I hope you guys have seen that. So
Excellent. Thank you, Seth. All right, and on to our closer. Let's give it up for the father of the bride, Bruce. Let's go, Bruce.
Hey, family. Is this on? Yeah. I liked how during the ceremony everybody said, we as a family. We. So I want to welcome Garth into our family and his family. I love to welcome him. But I want to make a new tradition, because this wedding was not tradition, old tradition. It was good. It was wild and funky. So what I propose is, everybody knows about that big bad D word in an argument. I propose whoever says it first, they owe the other family $1 million. Now that's cool. If somebody says it this way, it goes to the Overmans, $1 million. So agree with that, and thank you, Garth. Welcome you to the family.
Glad to be here.
And the Overmans. All right.
All right, excellent. All right, next up, we're going to be doing some fun stuff, a little cake cutting, some belly dancing, so stay tuned for that. That's just going to come up here in just the next couple minutes. Let's give a round of applause to all our toasters. Oh, we got one more.
Hey, sorry, just quick birthday shouts out. Yesterday, Moxie had a birthday. Moxie, stand up. Happy birthday! Tomorrow, Elias is turning 1 year old. There he is. But today we actually have a birthday. Come up here, Caitlin. Today is Caitlin's birthday. Can we sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Caitlin. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh-oh. Let's go over here.
All right.
Oh no, see you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, yeah, why the feet cold? We just getting started on a tiptoe. Tiptoe. Waste time with a masterpiece, and waste time with a masterpiece. You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me. It's a life that's meant to be, it's a life that's meant to be. But you're moving so carefully, you're not living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm going back to this sweet, sweet craving. Whoa, let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be caked by the ocean. Walk with me, baby. I'll be Diddy, you'll be Naomi. Whoa, let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 ay. Keep on hoping we'll be caked by the ocean.
amazing, you two. Good job. All right, so we're gonna keep the bride out there, and we're gonna invite Bruce on out to do father-daughter. invite Garth and his mom up next.
Standing in the spotlight on such a perfect night, knowing that you're out there. I remember one time I was so afraid, didn't think I had the courage to stand up on this stage. Then you reached into my heart and you found the melody. And if there ever was somebody who made me believe in me, it was you. It was you. It was your
It was your song that made me sing. It was your voice that gave me wings. And it was your light that shined out my heart to find this place where we are. It was your song. It was your song. It's
All right, let's give a round of applause. All right, if we can have everybody's attention directed to where the screen is up front here, that'd be great. All right, so we're gonna be doing a belly dance show. Is everybody excited for that or what? Yes. All right, well, let's invite our belly dancers in. All right, let's give a round of applause, everybody. Yes, yes, make some noise. And we got some drumming coming up next. Yes, big round of applause. All right. We're not done yet. We got more. Yes, let's give another round of applause